Wow, welcome back. Now I'm going to show you how to put some pegs in a head. Again, assuming that your doll is already the right scale. I have a video on how to do scaling, but mine's already ready, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. It's almost identical to using the magnet bell thing, but I'm going to show you a slightly different way to do it. So first, again, I'm going to duplicate my head object. I'm going to go to Tool, Import, and I'm going to import both of my peg parts, or latch parts, latch A and latch B. We're going to click OK. I'm going to duplicate it, Tool, Import, latch B. Okay, so as you can see, my latches are already touching. We're going to pull them apart. So I'm going to click E to activate my gizmo, go to the unmasked mesh center. I'm also going to unlock my gizmo and rotate it so that it's going up and down, and then relock it. We'll do the same thing for the top piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off symmetry. And I'm going to just hold shift and pull this up like that, just so that they're not touching. Now I'm going to merge them down into one object. And now I'm going to turn my head object back on. I'm going to move the latch where I want it to be. In this case, I want it... I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and 35 degrees. I actually want to do it like that, so that the peg part goes down into the head. So that's obviously too big, so we're going to shrink it. You can make this any size. Your peg doesn't really matter. You can also stretch it horizontal or long ways if you want. So I'm going to put the bottom one where I want it. And I want it just a little bit in, like this. Just like that. Perfect. I want to make sure all of that mesh is poking into my other mesh. Okay, cool. I'm going to poke this in. Just, there we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to duplicate. And I'm going to go down to Deformation, Mirror. Now I'm going to merge both of those down so that they are all one object. Now the next thing I'm going to do is separate this. Because I rotated them together because I want them to be the same angle. So I'm going to use the Select Lasso tool. To do that, you hold Control and Shift. You can, if it's the Select Rectangular, which is this green one, you can click right here and change it to Select Lasso. So Control Shift, I'm going to draw around to this. And there we go. I'm going to go down to Split Hidden. So now they're on two separate layers. I'm going to turn my head cap on. And I'm going to move my latch so that they're almost touching. Right about there, like that. Oh. There. You hide the bottom ones, make sure that these are going into the mesh. If they weren't, what I would do is I would just pull and move this part without hitting this flat bottom. But it's exactly where I want it. So now I'm going to go to my head cap. And I'm going to merge this down. Merge, merge down. Now merge is not an undoable action, so make sure it's where you want it. So now we're going to Dynamesh these so that they are one solid object instead of two intersecting objects. In In Blender, I think it's called booleans. That's what it's called in ZBrush. It might be called something different in Blender, actually. But we're going to go to Geometry, Dynamesh. And I have my resolution up pretty high. If you have the resolution down too low, it'll look super duper blocky. We don't want that. We want it up high. But that is exactly how I want it. I'm going to just smooth that by holding Shift and painting. And now I'm going to take latch A and fuse it to the headpiece. So merge down. And then I'm going to Dynamesh and make them one object. We will smooth out any little goofies. Goodbye. Give it a little bit of a smooth. And there we go. We did it. Hooray! I'm proud of you. Okay, the video's over. Bye-bye.